One of the progressive goals that many progressives are unified behind is ending alcohol abuse and even prohibiting alcohol across the country. The temperance movement, dating back to the Second Great Awakening, is growing into a prohibition movement. Alcohol and drunkenness, increasingly in America, were seen as bad for business. Workers showing up drunk are less productive, which makes alcohol inefficient. Progressives as a whole were concerned with making society and the economy and the government run as smoothly as possible, as efficiently as possible. Alcohol stands in the way of that. Alcohol is also seen as not Christian, especially drunkenness, and it's seen as bad for the family, which is where we get the Women's Christian Temperance Union forming in the 1870s. And this is the largest national organization of women. Later, they were joined by the Anti-Saloon League, which wanted to abolish alcohol and bars. Together, they unite and push for prohibition of alcohol. And they had success. First at a local and state level. By 1916, 19 U.S. states were what we call dry states. Alcohol was completely banned in those states. And in many counties and towns and cities in those other states, alcohol was banned as well. The temperance movement, the prohibition movement, the ban on alcohol comes to a head in 1920 with the 18th Amendment on January 1st, 1920, which, when ratified, banned alcohol in the United States. Now, the Volstead Act is the law passed by Congress that details all the restrictions and the few exceptions on alcohol in the United States. The 18th Amendment banned alcohol. Alcohol abuse wasn't the only moral issue progressives were concerned with. Prostitution was also a concern. And we can really see that progressive perspective of somebody's behavior is influenced by their environment. Progressives did not see prostitution as some sort of moral failing on the part of those women. It was seen as a result of poverty, and it was seen as a result of ignorance. And therefore, if the causes can be identified, they can be fixed. Now, let's get government involved as well was a popular progressive approach to problems, which is why the Mann Act was passed in 1910, which made it illegal to take a woman across state lines for immoral purposes. Taking a woman across state lines, now maybe it's part of interstate commerce, and Congress can actually pass a law about interstate commerce. At the state and local level, progressives were successful in getting almost all states to ban brothels by 1915. So progressives, we can really see progressives' willingness to get up into other people's business, to get involved in people's social lives, as they crack down on what they see as moral failings of society with bans on prostitution and bans on alcohol during the progressive era.